The Journal of Neurophysiology continues to evolve to meet the needs of its authors and readers. This podcast provides information about our recent improvements. As a portfolio of articles published by the Journal of Neurophysiology changes, alterations in the editors who evaluate its submissions are needed. Accordingly, 3 new associate editors recently joined our team. Dr. Matthew Tresh was recruited to aid in the evaluation of our increasing volume of submissions in the area of motor control. Dr. Tresh is an associate professor of biomedical engineering and physical medicine and rehabilitation at Northwestern University. Dr. Giandomenico Iannetti was recruited to provide expertise regarding neural mechanisms mediating pain and defensive behaviors. And our 3rd new associate editor is Ying Xing, or Y.S. Chan. His research focuses on synaptic plasticity as well as vestibular system physiology. In addition to providing expertise in these areas, Dr. Chan will advocate for the Journal of Neurophysiology and the Chinese neuroscience community. In December 2017, all of the American Physiological Society journals were migrated to a new platform. Our new platform provides for a much better presentation of articles, including the embedding of audio and video in the article file. Detailed metrics regarding the sharing of an article can be obtained by opening the article and clicking on its Information tab. The journal's Twitter and Facebook feeds, as well as podcasts related to articles, are also displayed on the homepage. Increasingly, scientists are using social media to identify articles of interest, particularly papers that are not directly pertinent to their research. Many scientists also believe that advocating their work to the public is critical in bolstering support for research funding and realize that policymakers and non-scientists use social media to stay abreast of key scientific discoveries. Hence, a successful journal must incorporate a robust social media program. The Journal of Neurophysiology's social media programs currently have about 6,000 followers, and every article that we publish is publicized via social media. Authors can manage the highlighting of their paper via social media, as the acceptance letter for each article contains a link to an online form that allows them to request a venue for promoting their paper and to provide information to be included in the posting, such as personal or institutional social media usernames, which are also called handles. Authors can indicate their Twitter handles as well in the journal's manuscript submission system, either in their profile or upon submission of an article. We also offer the opportunity for every single research or review article that we publish to be promoted via podcast. Podcasts are posted on the journal's homepage, on a dedicated podcast site, and are linked to the article in the online journal in the related section. We handle all the logistics for the recording and editing of podcasts. Authors are provided in advance a list of questions that will be discussed during the recording session, and the final edited podcast is sent to the participants for final approval prior to being posted. We are also willing to share social media promotions of Journal of Neurophysiology articles posted by others. Journal of Neurophysiology is the only major neuroscience journal that provides such flexibility in its social media program. A signature feature of the Journal of Neurophysiology since 2014 is calls for manuscripts, which solicit submissions for virtual journal issues called collections. Our initial calls for manuscripts were focused on hot topics in neuroscience, but we recently added calls related to meetings, such as the upcoming 28th annual meeting of the Society for the Neural Control of Movement. Meeting organizers who are interested in our issuing a call for manuscripts related to their meeting should contact me, the editor-in-chief. Over the past 3 years, 2 new article types were introduced to the Journal of Neurophysiology: rapid reports and case studies in neuroscience. These 2 article types constitute an increasing fraction of our submissions. Rapid reports are short papers presenting important new findings that could potentially have a major impact on the field. Rapid report submissions are evaluated very quickly. The median time from submission to decision is just 9 days. Only those submissions requiring modest revisions remain in the rapid reports category following initial review. Those requiring substantial changes are reclassified as regular research papers or are rejected. The Case Studies in Neuroscience article type is a forum for human or animal subject studies that cannot be replicated experimentally, but provide unique insights into mechanisms of neuronal function. Clinical case studies that describe the treatment of a patient with a rare medical condition are not appropriate for this article type and will be rejected without peer review. Acceptable submissions must provide insights into mechanisms of neural function and/or how these mechanisms are altered by a disease process. The Journal of Neurophysiology has always published review articles, but the number of reviews submitted to the journal has increased over the past 3 years, and we are interested in receiving more submissions of this article type. Most reviews are invited by the editor-in-chief, often associated with a call for manuscripts. However, authors are welcome to submit proposals for reviews to the editor-in-chief for appraisal. Note that unsolicited review articles will be returned without evaluation. All reviews must be commissioned by the editorial office prior to submission. Several criteria are evaluated by the editors before commissioning a review article, including the seniority of the authors, the novelty in the topic, and whether the article will provide unique and important perspectives for the field. A small group of dedicated staff members handles the articles submitted to the Journal of Neurophysiology. This allows us to rapidly and accurately respond to author queries and also to implement operational changes. Authors are encouraged to provide to the editor-in-chief suggestions for improving the journal, which will be thoroughly evaluated as part of our continuing evolution. We thank our authors and readers for their continuing support of the Journal of Neurophysiology.